All right, so Haas writes in with an interesting question. If the bond side of Wellesley / Wellington are dead weight, meaning it won't give you income for years, but will cushion against a stock market crash, why not just have 7 years in cash? That's a cushion. Why put the rest and then put the rest in the total stock index? And then we have the cash we can use as well. I'm not quite following his thought process here. So, I kind of get it. He's like, look, man, I don't get why he thinks their bonds are dead weight. They're not, but interesting. So let me show you something here. Here's a Vanguard Value ETF. Right now it's paying 2.2% as a dividend. That's a 30-day yield, 2.2%. Okay, what's this? Not sure. Anyway, so 30-day yield is 2.2%. All right. So the Wellesley has 60% in bonds and 40% in stocks. If I could find my, there it is. All right, here we go. So we're going to assume that the Wellesley fund is basically the VTV for simplicity. So what we got to do is we got to say, okay, so the VTV, 100% of the stocks are stocks, and the yield on that 100% is 2.2%. Does that make sense? However, the Wellesley is only 40% in stocks, paying 2.2%. All right. This will make sense in just a second. So what we do is we take 40%, 0.4 times 2.2%. So we take 0.4 times 2.2%, and we get, 0.4 times 0.0, well, I guess we get 40 times 2.2. That gives us 0.008. All right. Now we go to the Wellesley, and I tell you what, let's go to an intermediate corporate bond fund. I'll show you what I'm talking about, and we're gonna go to ETFs right there, Vanguard ETFs. Browse list of Vanguard ETFs right there. We're gonna go to an intermediate corporate bond fund, and this will make sense here in just a sec what I'm talking about. All right, so we're gonna go to U.S. We don't want treasuries. We want investment grade intermediate corporate bond fund. Right now, that guy's paying. Let's see. So an intermediate corporate bond fund has a yield of 1.87. All right, so now what we do, 0.6 times 1.87 equals, all right, so we take our trusty calculator, we say 0.6 times 1.87, that gives us 60% times 1.87%, that gives us 0.011. All right, plus 0.008. So we have a 1.92% yield is what we have here. So if we had 60% in Vanguard, this right here, investment grade corporate bond fund, and we had 40% in the Vanguard Value Index, we would be getting 1.92% in the 30-day yield. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at Wellesley. Let's see what Wellesley is doing right now. And we're going to go to investment products. And it should be roughly about the same thing. And this will make sense here in just a second. Oops. Go to mutual funds. And we're going to go to Wellesley. Come on. So here's the Wellesley Income Fund. We're going to click on this guy, and we're going to see what it's yielding right now. The last 30 days. 30 days, just over the last 30 days, what did it pay in income? It's 1.78. All right, so if we took 40% of VTV, the Vanguard Value Index, the value stocks, which essentially is what Wellesley has for its stock portion. We took 60% of the Vanguard Intermediate Corporate Bond Fund, which is kind of what Wellesley has. It has some governments in there too. We would get 1.92 as a yield, and yet Wellesley is paying 1.78. So the bonds aren't dead weight. I mean, if they're dead weight, then we'd only have 40% of the portfolio be paying about 0.08% yield. It wouldn't be one. It'd be less than 100 basis points. It'd be 0.8. Excuse me. So if the bonds were not paying anything, if they're dead weight, then that 60% of the portfolio would be getting zero income. But it's not. Those bonds are paying something, and that I just told you. So the bonds in the Wellesley are paying 1.1% of the yield, whereas the stocks are paying 0.08% of the yield. I hope that makes sense. And so what's happening here is there's no such thing as dead weight bonds. The nice thing about bonds is they pay monthly, quarterly, yearly, whatever the bond is. And they don't go bankrupt unless they go bankrupt. So you know for a fact, unless it goes bankrupt, they will pay you some money for sure. I'm actually curious what the, one sec. So the year to date of the intermediate corporate terms up 5.78. So we take 0.6% times 5.78. And the year to date on VTV is 8.82, 0.4 times 8.82. All right, so now what's the year to date on Wellesley? And we're going to come back here. We're going to go to investment products. And we're going to go to mutual funds. See those happy people. Big smooches. Smooch. Kiss cam. I always like kiss cam. You're sitting there with another dude. Kiss cam. Because, you know, I go that way. That's so mean to say that, Josh. How dare you? It's fun. You get a stick out of your butt and relax, people. All right, so what's the year to date on the Wellesley fund here? Oh, wait, I didn't do year to date. I did since inception. Wait, did I do year to date? Actually, I might have to go back. We could probably just do it here. Wellesley fund. I didn't do year to date. Okay, I screwed that up. So year to date here on the core intermediate corporate bond fund is negative 0.59 year to date. Wow. So YTD on 0.6% is down 0.59%. And then if we go to, look at that, year to date is of 810. Yikes, that's not good. All right, so now if we go to the Vanguard Value Index Fund, and we're going to go down. And the Wellesley is up 6.92. All right. And the value index is what? We'll take a gander. Up 20%. No, that's Windsor. No, that's value. 20.7. Wow. So 0.4. 20.7%. All right. So what we do. Is that true? Man, those funds are. This market is insane. Anyway, so we take 0.4. Because 40% of the Wellesley is in stocks, and the large cap value stocks predominantly. 0.4 times 0.2, so 8.2% of the, right, and then we take 0.6 minus 0.59% equals, that did not, that's actually gone down in value. So we take 0.6 minus, actually, how do we do this? We got to go 6 minus, it'd be 0.59, be minus 0.59. There you go, minus 0.59. There you go. All right, so 5.74. No, it wouldn't be that. It'd be negative. I'm not sure how to figure that out. But anyways, either way, it's negative. So basically, the Wellesley is if we took 40% and put in the Vanguard Value Index and 60% and put it in the intermediate term corporate bond fund, we'd be clocking at about a 7.8% rate of return or something like that. Off the top of my head, I just can't remember how to figure that out. 7.8. The Wellesley itself is clocking at 6.92. All right, so the point being here is that you are getting income off the bonds. You are getting income off the bonds. That's proven by the numbers I just did. Now, do the bonds, have they helped you this year? No, they haven't. We just saw that the bonds themselves are basically flat this year. And so, but it's not dead. It's not dead weight. You're getting income from it. And if you look at the Treasury money market, you haven't made any money there. You're not getting any yield right there. And as such, you're just, I mean, you're not making money, you're not losing money, but you're not making a yield either. So it's one of those things you have to consider. I don't think they're dead bond. They're dead weight. I just don't. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if this might be confusing, but I'd like to hear your thoughts. Thanks now.